Network.
Stop in at Jack Demmer Ford today. This month, Ford AZ customers can get a 24-month lease on the 2026 Explorer. $399 a month with $35.69 due at signing. Includes $1,000 AZD bonus cash, $1,000 RCL bonus cash, and renewal always on ICI $750. Offer ends July 6th. Visit jdemmerford.com or discover the Demmer difference at Jack Demmer Ford on Michigan Avenue, a mile and a half east of I-275 in Wayne.
At the Sam Bernstein Law Firm, we live by the golden rule. Treat everyone who calls like they're someone's friend.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the ultimate mystery player challenge, and Immaculate Grid, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play, only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Let's see how the big fastball for Miz works out.
Struck him out. Another fastball. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Always the big question is, how does somebody recover after their first start? You got all the jitters out after opening day.
I think he's back.
Still bringing some serious heat.
He's already got 3 over 100 today.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Fastball at 101, and Mizorowski's got the juice working here this afternoon at American Family Field.
Couple of Ks and a perfect first for Miz.
Do you guys make your own brisket here?
Yes, we do. We do. We are known by our brisket.
Barbecue brisket sandwich. Quality is better than.
Started with 4 wins, lost 3. A big win yesterday, Dan, the 8-0 win over the Astros. So as you put it, you know, you got to nip this losing streak in the bud. Every series is important, but that was a really big win because it was just perfect in just about every phase of the game.
Yeah, it was. Anytime you get a shutout, combined shutout like that, that's just the way you want to finish it, too. You don't want to give up a run. And this homestand is coming to a close, and the Tigers know that, so look for them to go out and put forth a really, really strong effort in these next 2 games.
Looking forward to watching Framber Valdez's 17th start as a Tiger, coming off an excellent start against the Yankees last time out. Team that he hadn't really had success against. He is back to being a ground ball guy. He'd gotten away from that for a few starts, and there's a reason why. We'll be talking about that during the game today. Kai-Wei Tung is on the mound for the Houston Astros. For a while it was TBD, and then they decided to go with Tung, who had a good start his last time out, but Tigers had good swings against him in Houston. Tigers and Astros, game 3 of a 4-game weekend series. They've split the first 2 games. Tigers trying to make this a 7-3 homestand with wins today and tomorrow. Umpires have not yet come out. The lineups have not yet been exchanged at home plate, but let's take a look at the details with Dan.
Today's starting lineups are brought to you by Comerica Bank. Want to elevate your small business? Visit Comerica.com/succeed to learn how. Leading off for the Astros, the shortstop, Jeremy Pena. Batting second at third base, Isaac Paredes. Batting third at second base, Jose Altuve. Batting fourth at first base, Christian Walker. Batting fifth in right field, Cam Smith. Batting sixth, the designated hitter, Yainer Diaz. Batting seventh in center field, Jake Myers. Batting eighth in left field, Bryce Matthews. And doing the catching, batting ninth, Christian Vasquez. And for the Tigers, leading off at third base, Kevin McGonigal. Batting second, the designated hitter, Colt Keith. Batting third in left field, Riley Green. Batting fourth at first base, Spencer Torkelson. Batting fifth in right field, Kerry Carpenter. Batting sixth, the shortstop, Zach McKinstry. Batting seventh at second base, Hao Yu Lee. Batting eighth in center field, James Outman. And doing the catching, batting ninth, Jake Rogers.
Our pitching matchup today is brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. For all the latest offers, go to Toyota.com. Framber Valdez for the Tigers. Highway Tung on the mound for the Astros. Got off to a good start this year. He has been quite hittable in recent starts. His most recent start in between the series in Houston with the Tigers, and here was a good start.
Is lined and caught on a dive toward the line by Paredes.
Great play by Esau. Diving to his left is shortstop Walls. He gets up and throws him out. Tanner Walls wasting no time to turn a hit into an out. Coming on Langford, and he makes a sliding catch. Nicely done.
Don't they know who's out there? Have they not watched Cody Bellinger?
Smoke to third and caught by Suarez. Wow, that was a rocket ride.
To the track, Martin to the wall, jumps up. Austin Martin caught that ball.
And Osuna into a slide, makes the catch.
Good stab by Castro, spins around, throw to first. Well done, Willie.
Long way to go for Connor Norby, who made the over-the-shoulder grab.
Tremendous.
Up the middle, backhanded by Urias. Stretch by Guerrero, they get him.
Oh, stopped by Palacios and the throw to first. Nice job there.
And he'll slide to make the catch.
Coming in, Michael Harris. He dives and he's got it. Great catch by Michael. That saves a run most likely.
Deep center. Edmonds going back. The ball is going long. 3-run home run. Bowman shot. The Jays on the board first. In one swing, Bobershek makes it 3-0 and chases Shohei Ohtani from Game 7. Breaking ball, and he was all over.
I think they do the same thing against Tung today.
Tigers have yet to take the field, so that gives us a moment to talk about Framber Valdez as well, Dan. So impressive. The last time out, we've mentioned it a couple of times, how good he was against the Yankees, but it felt like an important start, and I like what he said after the game. It was a good start against a team he'd had little success against in his career, and he's starting to put together a string of good starts. 3 of the last 4, it's been 1 run or none. He said, I feel a big responsibility. They paid me what I feel I'm worth. I probably haven't been as good. The unspoken part was as good as I want to be. And he said, I'm just really committed to making the best start possible every time out. He knows what's on his shoulders, and he's really starting to be that guy that we thought the Tigers had signed in the offseason.
You know what? And those comments were really good, because sometimes you forget when people sign, the free agents sign and get that big money, a lot of them go through a rough period because they're always trying to be something they're not.
Yeah,
live up to it or be even better instead of just being themselves. And maybe Framber is just now settling in, getting used to his surrounding, his teammates, and feeling very comfortable in his own shoes.
Tigers with the win yesterday, now 35-47, or as I like to put it, they're 1-0 in the second half. Game number 82 yesterday. Houston is 40-44. And they're now getting ready to face, for the second time in the last couple of weeks, the 32-year-old native of the Dominican Republic, making his 17th start as a Tiger, Framber Valdez.
Yeah, Framber has given up just 1 run in his last 2 starts, and that's covering 12 innings. Last outing, he tied a season high with 8 strikeouts. Framber's curveball was especially good, with 5 of his 8 strikeouts coming on that pitch.
He said, that's the pitch that's put food on the table for my family. And he threw some beauties in that game. He locked up some of the Yankee hitters. Was it Ben Rice? And he threw it right at Ben Rice's right shoulder, and he was absolutely frozen. The curveball, maybe he swung and missed, but it was incredible. And he was kind of shaking his head when they left home plate.
You know, and he had a big one, a little slower, but it wasn't rolling. It was a little bit bigger, but it still had a sharp break. Then he had a hard one with a smaller break, and you know, 2 different curveballs at 2 different speeds, 2 different shapes, and that certainly helped him.
Very similar lineup to the lineup he faced in Houston. The one notable exception is Yordan Alvarez is not in the 2 slot today. The Tigers have done an excellent job against him in the 6 games of the 2 series. First pitch of the game is a fastball a little bit low, and we are underway here at Comerica Park in downtown Detroit. So glad to have you along for the 3rd game of this 4-game weekend series. 77 degrees under bright blue skies. There is not a cloud in the sky today. The 1-0. Ground ball to third, backhanded by McGonigal. He'll throw across the diamond to Cole Keith. There to Torkelson at first. Made that look easy. High chopper. He's been so smooth, Dan. Making the move between short and third day after day, and he just prepares for whatever position he's playing that day by taking a few ground balls early. But it's really impressive.
It is. He just, I mean, he just looks to me just so smooth over at third base, and that just looks so athletic and made it look easy and on the move the whole time.
Isaac Paredes in the 2-hole today. Sinker up and away. First pitch brought to you by McLaren Health, the official healthcare system of the Detroit Tigers. I was talking with Fromber because at the end of May, and we've talked about these 3 starts, where his ground ball rate was dropping and dropping and dropping from 60% last year to under 50% this year. That was a big deal. 1-0. Another pitch up and away to Paredes, hitting 246 with 10 home runs. Disciplined hitter. Going to make it throw him a strike. Likes to pull, and likes to pull for power. And he said he had gotten away, so suddenly he's a fly ball pitcher for 3 starts. Swinging a high fly ball, shallow left field. McKinstry going out, waving his arms, calling off Riley Green, makes the catch. 2 up and 2 down. And Dan, he said he'd gotten into a bad habit with an elbow at release above his left shoulder. And he said they just noticed that after giving up 23 fly balls and 16 ground balls over a 3-start stretch, he said, I got the elbow back down to the slot where I'd been for the last several years. So it's just a movement of the elbow below shoulder level at release. Swing and a miss. And now the last 4 starts, 41 ground balls, 14 fly balls.
Yeah, it's on the rise.
That's a ground ball guy. That's obviously well over 60%. Swinging a foul out of play on a curveball away. Quickly 0-2 on Altuve. But it's a big deal, Dan, because he wasn't able to kind of get that reliable ground ball with men on base, a double play turn behind him to get out of jams.
And that's the thing. You just scratch your head trying to figure things out, and there's so much information available for you to figure things out.
Fastball up and in.
You know, now you've got everybody looking at things. You've got video. You know, all the different things that they can do to analyze and compare to when you're going good to when you're not going good, instead of just trying to figure it out on a side session or when you're playing flat ground.
The wind-up, the 1-2, is swinging a chopper to short. McKinstry charges, fields the waist-high bounce, and flips to Torkelson, and that is the kind of inning we're getting used to with Framber Valdez. The lower release point, the sinker's down a lot more, and
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grid, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Shea Langoliers, who's made the most noise in this game out of anyone. Shea drives it to deep center field. Varsho going back. Still going as far as he can go. This game is tied. A crowd silencer in Toronto. A 2-homer game for Langoliers. And we are all evened up at 2.
Knotted in 2s, and Langoliers gets one center cut and unloads, just pummeling baseballs.
plump when you cook them. It's time to take a bite out of summer and fire up the grill, America, because, oh yeah, it's ballpark season.
Davey Tree and the Detroit Tigers are excited to present triples for trees. 3 trees planted for every Tigers triple this season. That's 99 trees and counting.
Kevin McGonigal leads off for the Tigers, bottom of the first inning. First pitch sweeper for a strike from the 26-year-old from Taiwan, Ka-Wei Tung. That's his pitch, as Dan described. 22nd game, 9th start. McGonigal takes a pitch up and away that floats right over the glove, tips off the glove of Vasquez, the catcher. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tigers got to him 3 home runs in a start that lasted just 3 1/3 in Houston about 10 days ago. 5 runs on 6 hits, 3 home runs. Torkelson, Keith, and this guy at the plate, Kevin McGonigal. Changeup misses down and in.
Yeah, just like Arrighetti last night, Tung's having a rough June, giving up 15 runs on 24 hits in 18 1/3 innings. But he is coming off a really strong outing. His last outing against the Guardians.
2-1. Sweeper low and in. Tigers did a good job making him throw strikes. He only walked a couple of batters in that start, but they got to a lot of advantage counts with some long at-bats. He is not a premium strike thrower. Walk rate above 4 per 9. 3-1. Line drive. Base it into right. Right past Altuve. Kevin McGonigal starts the game off with a sharp line drive single.
Yeah, just had to come after him and tried to put a little wrinkle in a sinker, but it stayed over the inside part of the plate, and we know how much Kevin McGonigal loves to pull that baseball. That's just playing right into his hand with that pitch, and the perfect result.
It is a gigantic left-right split against this righty. Lefties with the big edge against Tung. Colt Keith at the plate. Fastball low and in. Again, it was McGonigal, Keith, and Torkelson with home runs. He lasted just 3 1/3 in Houston. Lefties hitting 260, big power numbers. Righties hitting 180 with no power. Difference in OPS is 350 points of difference. Fastball misses 2-0 on Colt Keith, and 880 OPS for lefties. So you look to the lefties in the lineup today. McGonigal, Keith, Green. I don't think we've seen this configuration before this year, have we, Dan?
Yeah, it's a little bit different. You try to go through there and kind of figure out what is AJ's thinking, and as usual, it's going to have a lot to do with who's rested out in that bullpen for Houston.
And it's about getting to the starter, you would think, swinging a fly ball, center field, hit hard, but that's where Myers is. He'll go a few steps to his left, make the catch. That's a good swing on a line. It's the first out of the first inning, and you would think that it's all about, 5 of the first 6 hitters are lefties. He knows he's setting up possible pockets for the lefties in that Houston bullpen, but this to me is all about getting Tung out early.
And attacking them with all the left-handed hitters, you bet. Because of those numbers.
Out.
Yeah, those numbers that you just mentioned.
He fares much better against lineups that are righty loaded with that sweeper. First pitch change up to Riley Green, down and in. He wants that one away. Swing and a miss. First inning brought to you by Rocket Mortgage. Own the dream. And today's game brought to you in part by Northfield Lumber, the official lumber yard of the Detroit Tigers radio network. Scoreless in the bottom of the first inning. Glad to have you along on a beautiful Saturday afternoon. Line drive into left, hit too hard. Matthews to his left makes the catch. Man, line drive single, line drive out, line drive out. Those are good swings from Keith and Green. And it's 2 outs, a man on first for Spencer Torkelson.
Yeah, that's one of those ones where you're in the dugout and you're saying, yep, you got us popping up after those 3 at-bats.
Short, cautious lead for McGonigal at first. Stole 2 in the game last night. Tung does a good job paying attention to the running game, stopping it really. Sweeper misses low and away. through his first 17 games and 3 starts, so he was mostly out of the bullpen early and then moved into the rotation. He had a 2.19 ERA. And then came the rough patch that began with his last start in May, the 1-0. Soft ground ball to third. Paredes charges, fields, and flips to Walker at first. Torkelson grounds out. Some good swings, but nothing to show for it for the Tigers. Leadoff single. McGonigal stranded at first. We go to the second inning scoreless on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network, presented by Meyer. Due for Framber Valdez. With Carlos Guillen, the Tigers Spanish translator, he said it just, you notice, he said a lot of balls, a lot of my sinkers, quote unquote, were at the belt. Now he will throw the two-seam sinker up sometimes, but way too many, Dan, were up in the strike zone and lowering the elbow, and all 3 pitches have to come out of that same slot. It's not the arm angle, it's actually the angle of the elbow or the positioning of the elbow. Now he's able to locate down with great consistency, and that's getting the huge ground ball rate the last 4 starts. Smith takes a pitch inside, 2-1.
Yeah, I just noticed, I thought you said 4 starts. That start in Houston, I just thought the horizontal movement was exceptional.
2-1. Change up away. Yeah, we saw him pound the bottom, but it just seemed like the ball was going in 4 different directions on the way to home plate.
You know, and if you get down like you're describing, and you kind of cut across the baseball, and it puts that spin correctly.
Ground ball fouled on the third baseline. McGonigal dove. Third base umpire Lance Barksdale on it said it was just foul, and oh man, was that close. Woo. Looking right down the left field line, that bounced foul, and then it came back toward the bag, and correctly called by Lance Barksdale.
Boy, and he was right there, too. Had a great view of that.
3-2, the count on Smith. Getting 219, a little bit of power, the 3-2. Swinging a foul down the left field line. Interesting to see how this young man's career progresses. This former first-round pick of the Cubs just 2 years ago. He's still only 23 years old. Wouldn't say force-fed, but he made it to the major leagues very quickly. Just 130 trips to the plate in the minor leagues. The 3-2. Swinging a ground ball foul again. He's going to see at least 8 pitches in this trip to the plate. The upside is, as we've talked about a little bit, a guy who can hit for average, but certainly he's got power, he's got speed, and he's an outstanding defender.
He just looks very, very athletic, put together really well. You just look at him and you go, man, this guy's a player.
Numbers won't wow you. His first year hit .236 with extra base, occasional home run power. This year kind of the same. Average has dropped a little bit. He's still got some of that power. But there's a lot of upside in this bat. 3-2. Swinging a line drive to left field. That's deep. That's trouble. And that ball is gone. A home run. Cam Smith just hit a sizzling line drive into the Tigers bullpen in left. And the Astros take a 2-0 lead in the second.
Boy, I thought that was just an elevated sinker, but it was a changeup that was up. And I think that's the only thing. You can't fault Framber for throwing that changeup 3-2. It's just that it was located up, kind of center cut too, not on the outside part of the plate, but it just was up, and a good speed for Cam Smith to hit it out.
Yainer Diaz takes first pitch sinker for a strike, and that's where it seems like, I mean, he reliably would just throw the sinker. Go ahead, try to hit it, and the only thing that guy at the plate could do is beat it into the ground for a double play. The strike one. Curveball floats high and away at 75 miles an hour.
Yeah, and then you look at the first pitch to Yainer Diaz, and you said, man, all you had to do was throw that one, right? Yeah.
Well, feel free to second-guess your selection. The 1-1. A lot easier up here. A swing and a miss at a sinker down, but that is truly the location of the sinker the last 4 starts. 41 ground balls, 14 fly balls is worth repeating. It's just been everything's down. The misses are down. 1-2. Curveball bounces, trying to aim it at the back right foot of Yainer Diaz. Yainer Diaz, early in his career, this was a very promising. I mean, Houston had something, and they still might. But his first year, he hit 23 home runs and just over 350 at-bats. Hit for average, hit for power, swinging a foul straight back. 850 OPS. OPS fell off the next year, but he still hit 299. Then 250 last year, a little less power, and it's been a struggle this year. He just came off the injured list during that series in Houston. But it's been a very quiet bat for Diaz this year. 2-2, swing and a miss. That's the changeup that he wanted to throw to Cam Smith.
Yep.
Perfect at the bottom rail, and it dove right at the plate.
Yep, that's the one that he had in Houston. I mean, that came out of his arm and hand, looking like it was belt high, and then just the brakes parachute came out and went straight down.
This game brought to you in part by Meyer, an official partner of the Detroit Tigers. Jake Myers turns, shows bunt, pulls the bat back, ball one. Even with that Smith home run, I will say this is, once you get past Walker, this is a pretty pitchable lineup. The bottom part is, well, it's been quiet bats for Myers, Matthews, Vasquez, the next three batters. Sinker below the strike zone, 2-0. Myers hitting just over 200. He's been pretty much a regular the last few years, 100 to 140 games each of the last 3 years. He's spent a lot of time on the IL this year with an oblique. The 2-0. Sinker misses down and in, and 3-0 on Myers. Pretty aggressive hitter. Framber Valdez not happy with himself. He's going to take a little walk to the grass behind the mound, climb the hill, settle in third base side. Stands at a slight angle to home plate. Quick step back with the right foot. Turns, lifts that leg, drives to home plate. Sinker at the knees, gets a called strike one. Numbers for Framber through 16 starts, a 3.90 ERA. His walk rate as high as it's been in his career, just a tick below 3.5 per nine. Ground ball to third, under the glove of Kevin McGonigal. I think that might have skipped on him. Riley Green fields and gets the ball in on one hop to second base. He can't believe that he didn't make that play. It was a step to his left, and then when it got by him, he kind of looked at the ground in front of him. Yeah, hit the lip of the grass.
Sure did.
Oh, no. Come on now. E5. Nope. You know me, I like handing out errors when they're deserved, but I don't. If a ball approaches an infielder and hits something and takes off over his head, is that an error? I mean, hits the lip of the grass and skids. To me, that's not an error. You?
I remember Dave Stieb losing a no-hitter one time on a ground ball right to the second baseman.
1-0. Sinker at the belt for a called strike.
That did the same thing. It hit a rock and bounced over the second baseman's head. So that's a bad hop. We'll give him an error then. He should have had it. It was a ground ball right to him.
Did they give him an error?
No.
Yeah, they called it a hit.
Because he lost his no-hitter on that.
Yeah.
Might have been a perfect game,
right.
too, in Cleveland. Yeah.
It's been a bit of a mystery. The hits and the errors. Swinging a pop-up off the bat of Bryce Matthews. Foul first base side. Torkelson just beyond that first base coach's box makes the catch. For the second out here in the second inning. I mean, it's not like he booted the ball. He went over. He was in correct fielding position. It hit the lip of the grass, and instead of taking the bounce that he was expecting, it would have been the third bounce. He was there. It just scooted under his glove. The ball just hugged the dirt. Vasquez at the plate. 2-0 Astros are in the second. Pitch down and in. Vasquez hitting .213. Always seems to be a tough out for the Tigers. Deep in that right-handed batter's box. Still strong behind the plate in his mid-30s. Hands tight to the right shoulder as he cocks the bat over it. Sinker just below the belt for a called strike. 4 home runs and 19 RBIs for Vasquez. This series is brought to you by the Sam Bernstein Law Firm. When you need the right call made, it's 1-800-CALL-SAM. Lee at second, shades up the middle. Vasquez swings at a sinker and fouls it straight back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Astros took game 1, 2-1. Tigers came back with the 8-0 win yesterday. Done a pretty good job in most games against this Astros offense, which has certainly cooled in recent weeks. Line drive to left field. Bradley Green on the run. Dives, makes the catch. Beautiful play. He had to hustle to the line. He got a good jump, laid out, and took an extra base hit and maybe a run away from the Astros. 2-run home run from Smith gives the Astros a lead. We go to the bottom of the second inning, 2-0 Houston. This is the home of Detroit Tigers baseball, presented by Meyer.
We know what you love. You love baseball.
And he drills this ball. Goodbye. Bang to begin this series.
Leadoff home run number 30 in the career of Shohei Ohtani.
Jake Bennett, Rocky Mountain High. He is rolling along.
Career high 9 strikeouts over 6 innings.
8 consecutive hits over 2 innings, and finally touched the dish 3 times to walk it off.
8 shutout innings, 9 strikeouts for Kyle Bradish. One of the best starts of Kyle Bradish's baseball life.
Brandon Woodruff coming back to the mound. 6 innings, 1 hit, 10 strikeouts, no walks. I mean, this was vintage Brandon Woodruff.
It looks like this guy's not scared of anybody. And he pitches like that. It's true.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
I was so inspired by what you were making that I want to do my own all-star ballpark bite, but I'm thinking we take some of that brisket that you make, and I'm going to do like a little slider. Got the pepper jack cheese, some American, get it going with some of the barbecue sauce that you have, that spicy, delicious one, and then caramelized onions. Make like a little sandwich. We cool?
Sound like a plan.
I think we did good.
Oh, thank you.
Thank
great.
you.
Thanks, Chef.
Nothing Astros. Kerry Carpenter leads off, bottom of the second inning. Highway Tongue on the mound. First pitch curveball, a little bit high, ball 1. Carpenter, McKinstry, and Lee. Again, 5 of the first 6 hitters. Vasquez challenging the ball call. I think he is going to lose this challenge, and he does.
Pitches the ball. Houston has 1.
Dan, that's a pitch right there, the curveball. That Tongue only throws about 10% of the time, but it looks like it would be a good pitch for him. I just was watching to see if he may break it out and throw it a little bit more often this game.
Left side of the infield shifts to the right. The outfield straight up, the 1-0. Backdoor sweeper for a called strike. It's a good outfield. Matthews is quite good in left. Myers terrific in center, and Cam Smith is playing the heck out of right field. All have good arms. The 1-1. Swinging line drive into left, and that one he kept down, and it drops for a base hit. 2 in the first inning were just hit too hard to center field and to left for outs. Carpenter lowers the sight lines a little bit, drops the line drive in, but that's 5 batters now, and the 4 lefties, Dan, have all had good swings, all line drives.
Boy, that one from Carey, sinker down and away, and it was like that first pitch of batting practice where you're just trying to work on hitting it to left field. What a nice swing.
The line drives have been hit 97, 99, and 107 off the Tiger bats. The 99 and 107 were off the bats of Keith and Green, and they were both outs. Ball 1 to Zach McKinstry, having a better month, slowly pushing that average up. Fly ball right field, hit hard right to Smith. Didn't have to move a step. Makes the catch. Man, the contact is good right now. These are line drives everywhere, and They're going right to, well, now each of the three outfielders for outs. Man on first, one out. So Hao-Yu Lee is having a terrific month. The bat has come alive in the month of June. Time for dollars on deck. If Hao-Yu Lee now gets a hit this inning, Northville Lumber will donate to Detroit Bladebusters. Northville Lumber is Michigan's oldest business, largest Trex decking dealer. Lee, ground ball, base hit into right field. Carpenter will stop at second. That ball got to Smith in a hurry, and again, he's good. Hao-Yu Lee came in hitting .378 in his 37 June at-bats. He's really attacking the ball, Dan, and good hard contact.
Boy, and just another really good at-bat there. Pitch sinker on the outside part of the plate and just went with it perfectly. And right now, Tung is not really fooling anybody.
This is really good contact, and if it keeps up, it should be a good day for Tiger hitters. Nothing but line drives. Torkelson hit a ground ball, but the lefties and now the righty Hao-Yu Lee have all hit line drives. James Outman, 3-run home run yesterday. Fly ball to right center. Cam Smith to the gap, makes the catch. Carpenter will hold at second base. He started for third and then stopped. I think he could have made it pretty easily. That's a routine fly ball for the second out in the second inning, but each of the last three batters has attacked on one of the first two pitches of the at-bat.
Boy, it's just trying to ambush that four-seam fastball, and he put a good swing on it. He hit a four-seam fastball out of the ballpark last night. Just got under it slightly.
I'll leave it up to Jake Rogers. 2 on, 2 outs, 2-0 Houston. Again, Tung much tougher on righties than lefties. See if Jake Rogers can deliver a big 2-out hit. Sweeper hung a little bit, and he popped it up. Paredes gives way to Pena in foul territory. One step foul down the left field line. Rogers' first pitch swinging pops out. More good swings. So far, no runs for the Tigers.
During the offseason of 1888 to 1889, Spalding took a group of big leaguers on the first worldwide barnstorming tour.
This is Spalding.
Yes.
You look at the Spalding, you're like, wait a second. Now this is the backstory. Okay, this is great.
Stops included New Zealand, Italy, France, and even Egypt, where they played in front of the pyramids. Spalding's contributions to baseball history don't end there.
Do you know the story of Doubleday and the invention of baseball?
Please
tell us.
Enlighten us.
When a 71-year-old Cooperstown native came forward, baseball officially had a birthplace in Cooperstown.
If I'm in the presence of this baseball, does it give you powers to become a better baseball player?
I've been here 5 years and playing baseball through all of it. I don't think I've gotten better.
And whether it's the World Series or the wonders of the ancient world, there's no debating that baseball connects us all.
Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
For Kawei Tung. Last time out against Cleveland, 6 innings, 1 run on 4 hits. That's the lowest scoring offense in the American League. Four games before that, he had given up 20 runs in 17 innings on 23 hits and 6 home runs. Tigers bombed the ball last night. Cole Key hit a home run off Tung in Houston. He takes strike 1. 92-mile-an-hour fastball for Tung. Myers in center, shades a little to left center, and Keith, he swings, slices one foul deep down the left field line. Look at the numbers at the midway point for the Tigers offense. And I think this has really changed in the last month or so. They are definitely trying to lift the ball in the air more, and it led to a lot of home runs early this month. Keith swings, fouls it out of play, well back third base side. And the numbers certainly reflect, Dan, that when they hit home runs, it's been a good thing. Tigers are now 31-19 when they hit at least one home run. They are 4-28 when they don't. Ground ball to second base. Altuve off his glove. It trickles onto the outfield grass. Everybody's safe.
Boy, he got the ground ball just a step to Altuve's left and just probably went and tried to turn it too quickly. Just took his eye off it, glanced off his glove. By the time he got to it, he didn't make the adjustment to try to get Colt Keith at first. Tigers are in business with the first two hitters on.
See if they can take advantage of that. Altuve doesn't grade out especially well at second base, but one thing he does extremely well still is turn the double play. He was trying to hustle and turn the double play there. Fastball, Riley Green swings and drives it deep and foul down the right field line. Oh, man, he wanted to attack that 92-mile-an-hour fastball. If he continues to throw that, he just doesn't have really the weapons to get lefties out, Dan. Doesn't feel like. Throw to second base, and Tung almost threw it into center field. He turned and realized Pena, his shortstop, was not ducking in behind McGonigal. So he, fortunately for him, threw it to Pena, who was well to the left of second base, and not straight into center field.
McGonigal was ducking to get out of the way. It was right over his head, going straight toward Pena.
The strike one, swing and a pop-up down the third base line. Paredes, long run, still going, and made the catch. That's a fine play. He did the same thing in Houston playing first base. I didn't think he had a shot at that. He kind of surprises you with his speed.
Boy, that's a fine play. That's an over-the-shoulder basket catch going away from him, right up against the wall, the netting.
I mean,
wow.
That's terrific.
Yeah, I mean, you get a base on balls to start, then an error, and then that play right there. That's a huge play if Tung is able to get out of this inning.
Torkelson homered off him in Houston. See if he can deliver a big hit here. Tigers down 3-0. First pitch sweeper, strike one. He's going to throw that a lot. Astros, same orange jerseys that they had in game one. The gray pants, the blue piping down the pant legs. Orange jerseys with the block lettering Astros across the front in blue, outlined in white. Fastball in, and he hit Torkelson. Walk, error, hit batter. That's how you start a rally.
There you go.
Bases are loaded for Kerry Carpenter.
Boy, come up with one of those big swings right here. Kerry had a really nice at-bat his first time up with a single to left field.
That's going to prompt a visit from Joshua Miller, the pitching coach. Tung has hit 7 batters this year. That's a pretty good number in 62 innings of work.
He hit Dylan Dingler almost identical with a sinker that was coming in on him and plunked him back in Houston.
Kerry Carpenter at the plate. Sharp single to left. His first time up. He faced Tung twice in Houston and struck out in both of his at-bats. Tung had 9 strikeouts in 3 1/3 in that start against the Tigers in Houston just over a week ago. I like the line drive single last time up. Doesn't have the swing and miss today. The Tigers are not letting him get deep into counts. They're not letting him get to 2 strike counts. First pitch to Carp. Check swing. Curveball. I think did he call that strike one or say that Carp went?
I thought he called it, but
that was definitely high.
Yep.
Strike one on Kerry Carpenter, hitting .220 hit his 11th home run of the game last night. Bases loaded, 1 out. Again, Tung knows how to get the ground ball. Kerry Carpenter knows how to get the ball in the air. The strike one. Curveball misses high and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pena right up the middle at short. Altuve, with almost every lefty, plays shaded way over toward first base. He's plugging that hole between first and second. Redis deep and off the line at third. The 1-1. Swinging a foul right above us. 1-2 on Kerry Carpenter. Let's pause right now for station identification on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network. Unofficially on my scorecard, Dan, this is only the second time that Tung has been able to get to a 2-strike count because the Tigers have been so aggressive against his offerings.
Yeah, no strikeouts yet, and he has a little bit over a strikeout an inning so far this year, and Tigers are doing that good job, like you said, not getting into those deep counts.
Carpenter waiting on a 1-2 on the way. Swinging a fly ball, right field. It's deep. It's got a chance, and it's gone. Kerry Carpenter, grand slam. Tigers take a 4-3 lead.
Boy, Dan, I don't know what the message was when they went out to talk to Tung, but he came out and started throwing Kerry Carpenter some curveballs, a pitch that he uses about 10% of the time, and he finally hung one. And Kerry did not miss it. Nothing but those breaking balls, and if it's just spinning in the middle of the plate, Kerry's going to be able to get underneath it and give the Tigers the lead. Boy, how big does
that's just huge.
That error to Altuve. Wow.
I mean, there was a chance that was going to be inning over, or a 2-out space is empty. There was a good chance that was a double play.
Yes.
Even with Keith running, he runs pretty well. They know how to turn that double play. And Altuve trying to be a little quick. Cost him. Open the door. Tigers take advantage. McKinstry takes a sweeper low and in on the 1-0. 2-0. Every Tigers home run this year, Little Caesars Pizza home run order online for delivery or Pizza Portal pickup. That's how to inject life into this offense. The 2-0 to Zach. Swing and a pop foul out of play. Instant replay brought to you every game by the Sam Bernstein Law Firm. When you need the right call made, 1-800-CALL-SAM. And today's game brought to you in part by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, the official health care provider of the Detroit Tigers Radio Network. Good swing first time up for Zach. It lined out to right field, hit it right to Cam Smith. Still has a good hitter's count. He swings at a 2-1 sweeper, pops it up foul, third base side. Paredes by the railing, and it's just out of his reach. Caught it on the bounce and then flicked it at somebody I think he knew in that Tigers dugout. He's just got a great side view of that swing from Kerry Carpenter. Dan, he's done just seems like an outstanding job this year. I think of the times he's gone down to get a changeup to hit it out.
Yeah.
And off speed. I mean, he just stays in his legs and just gets the barrel on that pitch. Stays back. Fly ball hooking deep to right field and foul. Oh, man. Home run distance for McKinstry. In the end, just hooked foul.
Boy, but just like that, Dan, I mean, you're looking at the Astros 3-0. They're kind of getting to Fromber, and then next thing you know, big one swing of the bat, and Tigers take the lead.
Fly ball to right field, softly hit. Smith will come over and have to play it on a hop. Wow, he slowed down. That ball ended up bouncing about 5 feet from him. Low flare, a single. McKinstry will take it.
That's just why I'll never get tired of watching Riley Green dive after those balls like he did on Christian Vasquez. That's a one right there that if you're going full speed and lay out,
he slowed down.
Yeah.
That's a really good right fielder. I don't know if he didn't read it right, but it ended up bouncing just a few feet from him. Yu Lee loves to swing the bat. First pitch, swinging a pop-up foul, first base side. Christian Walker over, but that's over the dugout. A couple rows in. It's worth repeating the numbers for how you lead in. This has been an impressive month. He went down, AJ has talked about sometimes just that exposure, then you go down and you realize, okay, you know what? I can hit at that level. He's come back up, and his bat has been hot this month and very consistent. And wearing out right field with line drive singles. Closed stance, strike one. Chased, a sweeper up.
You know, how you lead, when he came up, he didn't look like he was intimidated at all, but even looks more confident this time, to your point about how you just say, okay, I'm getting sent down. Maybe I don't really deserve it, but, you know, when people come off the IL, they got to make some moves, and you're the guy. He just wanted another shot.
Fastball away, swinging a soft fly ball to right. Cam Smith was shaded toward the line. He'll come in a few more steps, make the catch. Medium depth right field, about 15 feet fair. 2 outs, a man on first. It'll leave it up to James Outman. 4-3 Tigers in the third inning. The rally to load the bases was a walk, an Altuve error. Torkelson hit by an 0-1 pitch. Kerry Carpenter unloads on a 1-2 curveball. It really was interesting how they kept attacking him. Weak curveballs. Bonnie hung one. Kerry didn't miss. Check swing and a changeup up. Tap foul on the check swing. Strike one on James Outman. 3-run home run for Outman in the game yesterday. So happy for him. He's had such mighty struggles.
Love to see a gapper here and watch Zach McKinstry run.
Outman swings, fouls it out of play, well back. There's nothing quite like watching Zach McKinstry run the bases, is there?
No, just the way he cuts those bases and just looking for one of those sweepers, kind of coming into James Outman, see if he can find a gap.
Quickly behind 0-2. Flip over to first again. Tung does a good job keeping an eye on guys at first base, stopping the running game. Tigers' running game has been very good. I know they do make a few outs, quite a few outs, but they also run the bases as aggressively as anybody. The 0-2 is swing and a miss. Sweeper up above the belt. Outman strikes out. Tigers take the lead on the Kerry Carpenter home run, his 12th of the year. Grand slam. We head to the fourth. Tigers with a 4-3 lead on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network, presented by Meyer.
We know what you love. You love baseball. You love the Detroit.
It was a defensive play so iconic that we simply call it the catch.
This is the glove Willie Mays had when he made that catch. This is great.
Oakland pitcher Dave Stewart was named the World Series MVP.
It really comes from like the kings of Siam would give their courtiers white elephants, which were sacred animals.
They need to know this story. That's amazing.
Nobody could steal a base like Ricky.
I'm the greatest of all time. Thank you.
So imagine making steals in these stuff.
So these are Tie Cubs.
And these are Tie Cubs.
So what I want to know is, were they ever swabbed for the DNA of opposing pitchers?
Roberts is no stranger to stolen bases himself.
That's what makes him special, is that everybody knew he was going to steal.
Roberts is going. Safe.
You know what they say, one great play deserves another. Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
Thanks for joining us tonight and celebrating the Yoshi bobblehead. It's time now for the start.
Fourth inning is brought to you by Wallside Windows, local and family owned, celebrating 82 years as Michigan's leader in replacement windows. Framber Valdez working with the lead for the first time today. First pitch sinker to Yainer Diaz, a little bit low. Ball one struck him out on a changeup. First time up. Stands at a slight angle to home plate, third base side of the rubber, glove in front of the face, step back, hands go down, then they go back up, turns and drives to home plate. Sinker outer third for a called strike. This is where we saw him kind of turn it around after against the Yankees. There were 6 base runners the first 3 innings. 1 scored. He stranded 5. And then he finished by retiring the last 10 batters in order with 6 strikeouts. See if he can dial it in here now that he has the lead. 2-1 as he misses with the fastball. The 2-1 pitch. Change up away. That pitch has been kind of hit and miss today for him.
Yeah, it's just that that's the first one he's thrown after they were getting to that changeup.
3-1, chopped softly down the third base line, fielded by Valdez. He was going to turn and throw, but there was going to be no play. You couldn't roll it out any better off the bat of Diaz. Soft little ground ball.
Boy, I mean, I don't blame Framber for being frustrated. You know, his team just gives him the lead, and you go out and you just want to get that first guy out. You make a really good pitch, get a little weak little dribbler, and first thing you know, leadoff hitter's on.
Yeah, sometimes it's too good a pitch. Bunt attempt by Jake Myers. He bunts it foul right at home plate. Tigers were ready for it. Torque and McGonigal at the corners today, and they were both charging. But again, this is where the increased ground balls for Framber Valdez comes into play. We haven't seen him early on with men on base get that double play when he needed it. Got a double play last inning. That's when a third run scored. Line drive, base hit over shortstop into left field. Myers rips a line drive into left. Green fields it on a couple of hops, gets it back in for the second straight inning. Couple of singles to start the inning. Jake Myers with the single. This is the bottom part of the order again. Very pitchable bottom part of the order, but a couple of hits. And now a threat. This is where you look for your starter to put up that shutdown inning, that 0. Bunt attempt popped up, fielded by Framber Valdez. Bryce Matthews popped it up, and Valdez pounced on it, running toward the first base line.
Boy, there you go. That's the break that you needed. Not really a break. You capitalized on it, but you get that little dribbler up the third base line. Take advantage of this miscue of that bat. You can see the bat head was angled down. You want to keep that at least level, if not upright. That was nothing but a pop-up.
Christian Vasquez takes a sinker for a strike.
You can't do anything with the bat head pointed straight down at the ground. It's going to hit the bat head and go straight up in the air.
Christian Vasquez, great double play candidate, but doesn't hit a ton of balls on the ground. He's only grounded into 1 double play so far this year. He swings at an 0-1, fouls it out of play, and falls behind. No balls and 2 strikes. Today's game brought to you in part by Corewell Health, reminding you together we can overcome any obstacle, fight any battle. 4th inning, 4-3, Tigers on top. Let's see if Framber, he can get a ground ball against just about anybody. The 0-2. Swing the shot to first. Torkelson down to McKinstry, and he was looking to throw to first, but Framber wasn't there. So it's just a simple put out, a force at second base. Puts runners at the corners with 2 outs.
Boy, there's that same play where Torque goes right over to his right and picks that one cleanly. And just has to hit Zach McKinstry on the run. Base runner was right there on him, and then just nobody over at first base.
And again, you watch the replay. Framber he hesitated for a moment. He turned, he watched the ground ball, turned around looking towards second, and then he broke toward first. If he breaks, I mean, he certainly can beat Vasquez to the bag. Pena takes strike one. We've seen that a few times with Fromber.
Yeah,
That's a double play.
He called himself out for it the one time that he was late.
Again, the hesitation cost him. Ground ball up the middle into center field, the base hit. What a tough out Pena has been. Diaz in to score. We're tied at 4. $10 for 25 for Jeremy Pena in the 2 series last week and this.
Boy, you talked about it, though, just that bottom of the order, just flipping the order over, too. And you get out of that inning, you don't have to face Jeremy Pena with runners on base.
I've got to get Isaac Paredes. First pitch curveball at the belt, a little bit high, ball 1. Paredes popped out on a 2-0 pitch first time up. Then a changeup down, lined a single into right on an 0-2 pitch in his last at bat, the 1-0. Check swing, did he go? Ooh. Appeal to first. Ryan Addington says he did not. Very close. 2-0. Side view. Ooh-wee. Higher shades up the middle at second base. The outfield plays Paredes to pull. Green toward the line. Outman toward left center. 2-0 pitch. Swinging a foul. Oh, man. He was trying to unload on a sinker that was up.
He sure was. That was a big swing. That was a hitter's count and just saying, I don't care what pitch you're throwing. I'm taking a big swing.
I feel like the sinker's not quite the same weapon that it's been in recent starts today, Dan. The 2-1. Curveball. Perfect at the bottom rail. 2-2.
Yeah, it just seems like
more of them up.
So, I was going to just say, when they're down, they're effective. Yeah. But just like anything else, those sinkers that are up, they're getting hit. The curveball that Jake Myers got the base hit, that was up. Cam Smith home run, the 3-2 changeup, that was up.
Paredes hits righties, lefties the same. Waiting on a 2-2 pitch in a 4-4 game. We're in the 4th. The pitch. Bounces the curveball. Pitch count continues to climb. 71st pitch of the day for Framber Valdez. Pitch counts are brought to you by Rocket Mortgage. Own the dream. Average pitch count would be somewhere in the mid-60s through 4 innings of work. This is a big pitch right here for Valdez. He sets, holds a glove at the belt, the 3-2. Ground ball softly to second base. Higher lead, 2 steps to his left, fields it off the dirt, flips to Torkelson. Paredes bounces out. A weak ground ball to end the 4th. The Astros tie it up. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. 4-4 game. Tigers and Astros in Detroit.
There's the tic-tac-toe game. He's got it started. We'll see if Wally Joyner wants to play. Aha! Good move. Good move, Wally. That's a good move. It's a block by Lyons. Joyner now. He's going to the bottom left corner. This is Steve Lyons. He put 2 X's in on 1 turn. For the victory. Now he tells him, I cheat.
Jack Leiter making his season debut.
He's 148 K, second among all AL rookies.
Jets 2-2, and a swing and a miss. There's his first strikeout of the season. He gets Mayo for the second out of the inning. To be the way to pitch. Here's the 3-2. And that's right in there. Alonso just frozen.
Sinking fastball from Leiter. He retires the side in order for the first time tonight.
Big over-the-top windup, and the 1-2 pitch, he struck him out swinging with a cutter at 94. Nice assortment of pitches there from Jack Leiter. And that new pitch, the cutter, strikes out Adley Rutschman. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Great screwball action, a changeup at 92. So Leiter making use of a couple of pitches he didn't even have 2 years ago when he made his major league debut.
It's 2-2 and a swing and a miss. Got him chasing a curveball, and Leiter, I don't know that he loved where that one ended up, but he got the job done.
Jake Rogers leads off bottom of the fourth inning, 4-4 tie. Tigers and Astros. Dan Dickerson, Dan Petrie, glad to have you along. And just gorgeous summer afternoon, temperatures in the mid-70s. Line drive, base hit, diving stop by Pena from the outfield grass, throws, and he threw wide to first. Jake Rogers is safe, infield single to start the fourth inning in a 4-4 game. Allende Zuri and Jennifer Hernatsky are engineers today.
Boy, that was going to be something else. I mean, Jeremy Pena did everything he could just to get that ball. But, man, if he comes up and ends up throwing Jake Rogers out, my goodness. But had to get rid of it so quickly, not able to make an accurate throw.
McGonigal swings lines one to left field. Matthews going back. He'll make a nice running catch onto the warning track. Boy, he got a good jump, hauled it in. Another good swing against Tung, who has, well, he's been pitching to contact today. He got 9 strikeouts in his first start against the Tigers and got knocked around. 1 strikeout today, lots of hard contact, and so far his outfield is going to work, making a lot of nice plays, and he's getting the atom ball working in his favor. I feel like eventually this is going to cost him. Vazquez out to the mound. That's 99 off the bat of McGonigal. Most of these line drives to the outfield have been hit hard. Keith at the plate. He lined out his first time up on a 2-0 pitch. Reached on the Altuve error that was huge last inning. Helped load the bases for Kerry Carpenter, who hit the grand slam. Tigers now trying to retake the lead. So Keith 0 for 2 today, came in hitting .252. Sweeper misses low and in. Hit a home run off the foul pole in the game yesterday. Joe Espada's not messing around. Okert is up and throwing again. When Tung begins to face a lineup for a third time, that's when the Astros get on high alert. 1-0, fastball. Ooh-wee, that was close. Called the ball. No challenge from Vazquez. Each team gets 2 challenges. The Astros have already lost 1 today. Pena right up the middle at short. The outfield plays Keith to go the opposite way. Swinging a line drive to left field, right to Matthews. My goodness. How many line drive outs are we going to see? That's 5 line drive outs plus 3 line drive hits plus a Carpenter grand slam home run. I mean,
the outfielders aren't even moving, though.
This is incredible.
I mean, it's right in their tracks. They're not even a couple steps either way.
Line drive, base hit into right center off the bat of Riley Green. Rogers will hold at second base. To review the average line drive, and this is every single year. Hard hit, softly hit, a line drive is a hit 70% of the time. Major leaguers hit 700 when they hit the ball on a line every single year with plus or minus a few points. And today, the line drives have been ending up in the gloves of the Astros outfielders. I guess they just have to have better direction.
That's what I mean. It's incredible. They're not even having to move.
Torkelson sees a first pitch sweeper. You could feel that coming. Swing and a miss. On a 1-0, grounded out to third first time up. On an 0-1, got hit by a pitch last time up. So let's see if he puts the second pitch of this at-bat into play. The 0-1, sweeper away. And you would think he's going to continue to attack with that sweeper.
Yeah, Kerry Carpenter up next, and Okert Warman. This could be it for Tung if he doesn't get him.
Can't picture anybody but Okert coming in.
Nope.
The 1-1. Shot fair down the third baseline. Rogers around third, heading home. Riley Green picking him up, putting him down. He'll be held at third base. Spencer Torkelson, big 2-out double. Tigers take a 5-4 lead in the fourth.
Boy, that one stayed up. He was giving them a steady diet of those sweepers, trying to make sure they were on the outside part of the plate, and this one just hangs right in the middle. little bit down, but Spencer Torkelson just drops the head right to it, right down the third base line to drive in the run and give the Tigers the lead.
Boy, did he smoke it.
Back in front.
Tigers retake the lead. That will indeed be the end of the day for Kai-Wei Tung. Astros are going to their bullpen lefty coming on to face Kerry Carpenter. Looks like Kerry's going to get a chance to stay in and face the lefty. 5-4 Tigers in the fourth. And while the Astros make
all your favorite games from MLB Play are back. Bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the ultimate mystery player challenge, and Immaculate Grid, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
So the reason I got to Cooperstown is because I played with Cal and I played with Eddie and I played with some of the greatest players ever. And, you know, I just had to figure out how I did my job, and I was honored to have some of the best players that ever played put on uniforms, and they happen to be Oriole uniforms. If there's ever any doubt that I'm 78, all I got to do is look at my old cards and I know.
.org/proton therapy.
Lee bails them out. Nice sliding catch for the first out of the inning.
Lee is showing very nice range, getting better and better, turning the double play. As we said, AJ likes him at third base as well. Right now, the playing time is at second with the injury to Gleyber Torres. Christian Walker takes a curveball that misses outside ball one. 5-4 Tigers. We're in the fifth inning. Fifth inning is brought to you by Figer Law. All they do is win. The 1-0. Sinker misses low and in. We'll check some scores from the 1-800-CALL-SAM Studio scoreboard, brought to you by Meijer, the official grocery retailer of the Detroit Tigers Radio Network. Only one other afternoon game. Boston with a 4-1 lead over the Yankees. That game is in the bottom of the sixth inning. Sinker, perfect outside edge. Christian Walker takes strike one. Remember, the Tigers got to Cole in his last start. Well, the Red Sox have gotten to Cole today, and that has not been a good offense this year for the Red Sox. 4 runs on 6 hits in 5 innings. 2-1. Sinker, just off the plate at 95. That's the sinker you like. Heavy, down and in, just missed. Walker's got an upright, relaxed stance, knees slightly flexed, extends the hands away from the right shoulder as he cocks the bat directly over it. Curveball hangs up a little bit, he lines it foul down the third base line. Yankees started the day with a 1-game lead over Tampa, so they've lost their last 2. Here comes Tampa again. They've been kind of trading first place back and forth over the course of a season. Rays 46-33, the Yankees 48-33. Next best team in the American League, the White Sox, 42-38. The 3-2. Ground ball softly to short. McKinstry charges, fields a knee-high bounce, flips it to Torkelson at first. Now we're starting to see just about everything on the ground against Framber Valdez.
Just like he was throwing everything away in that at-bat to Christian Walker, and then finally came in with a couple of sinkers and just jammed him right off the trademark. Just nice, easy ground ball to Zach McKinstry.
2 up, 2 down. Valdez trying for his first 1-2-3 inning since the first. Ground ball to third, knocked down by McGonigal. Got in front of it, throw to first, grabbed by Torque. Cam Smith hit a bullet, and Kevin McGonigal just played goalie. Knocked it down and throws out Smith. Hard hit ball. It's a 1-2-3 fifth.
Line drive down the right field line. It's going to drop and score 2. Keith is home. Green right behind him. Torque over to third. Throw to second. Not in time. Kevin McGonigal, first Major League at-bat is a 2-run double, and the Tigers take a 3-0 lead in the first.
Welcome to the big leagues, Kevin McGonigal.
Sixth pitch of the at-bat. Down the right field line in the corner, off the top of the wall. Another extra base hit for McGonigal. Throw to second, not in time. First two Major League at-bats, 2 doubles for Kevin McGonigal. How about Kevin McGonigal?
Boy, showing how quick he is on those inside pitches.
He's already at 60 in the third. Works the count even. Cues it off the end of the bat. That's going to be a tough play for Bogaerts, and not in time.
I don't know if it's surprised is the right word, because McGonigal runs well, but he gets down that line really quick.
Joining us tonight celebrating the Yoshi bobblehead. It's time now for the start.
Very good. When I watch Fox, I feel like I'm getting the whole story.
They're working for you.
Zach McKinstry leads off. Stephen Oker still on the mound. First pitch. On the inside edge, he starts him off with the slider. I believe you said lefties are going to see sliders.
You're going to see a good amount of them. About almost 70%.
Slider fastball, that's it for this lefty against lefties especially. Slider for a strike. No balls and 2 strikes. He'll mix in 2 types of fastballs against lefties. But again, it's fastball slider to both lefties and righties, and he's having a very good year. Soft line drive to the left side on one soft hop. Paredes cuts in front of Pena near second, and Fields flips over to first. Put out goes 5-3. 1 up and 1 down for Hao-Yu Lee. James Outman is waiting on deck. Grand slam home run from Kerry Carpenter gave the Tigers a brief 4-3 lead in the third. 2 outs, 2 on. Spencer Torkelson line drive double down the left field line. Hanging breaking ball. Last batter the tongue faced gave the Tigers a 5-4 lead they're holding on to right now. Fly ball left field deep. Going back to the fence, Matthews, and he will have... No, he jumps and he did not get it. He was timing his jump. He jumped up at the end by the Tigers bullpen, carried his glove. Third home run for Hao-Yu Lee makes it a 6-4 game in the 5th.
Boy, big run, and you know who else sees a lot of sliders is right-handed hitters too, and Hao-Yu Lee got one and he didn't miss it. It's another one that's coming into him, stays a little bit out over the plate, but about belt high, got underneath it, and hits it into the Tigers bullpen.
James Outman at the plate. Pitch low and away. Just the 3rd home run for a righty against Okert. 38 innings of work coming into this game with a 2.30 ERA, best of his career. He's had some good years with Miami and Minnesota. Since joining the Astros last year, a 2.70 ERA and 110 innings of work. Low walks, high strikeouts, the 2-0. Slider up and in, 3-0 on James Outman. Strikeout update brought to you by Carbliss, the official ready-to-drink canned cocktail of the Detroit Tigers. We talked about those home run numbers earlier for the Tigers. Their 1-loss record when they hit a home run and when they don't. Outman takes a fastball in, and on 4 pitches, the lefty Okert walks James Outman after the Hao-Yu Lee home run. I was looking, Dan, at the 81 game mark. It's always is a good time to kind of assess where the Tigers are offensively on the pitching side and running the bases. And you notice that they right now have one of the highest fly ball rates. As a team, they have the highest launch angle rate. Swing and a miss. Their line drive rate has dropped. They, for a long time, led the American League in line drive rate. Last year, they were top 2. This year, they were right at the top. But that has now fallen way down as more balls are going into the air. And it feels like an approach that over the last, well, kind of at the beginning of June we saw it, a more concentrated effort to take a shot and drive the ball out of the ballpark.
And the other thing is you've talked about too is that backspin. I mean, if you're trying to, you're going to get some balls in the air.
Jake Rogers swings and misses. No balls, 2 strikes.
If you're really trying to get into that habit of really spinning the baseball to drive it out of the ballpark and hit home runs, that's going to happen.
And the Tigers talk about it a lot. It's not just getting the ball in the air, it's getting the ball in the air the right way. Outman takes off. Rogers hits a high fly ball to left. Matthews goes back and this time has room on the track, comes in a step to make the catch. Jake Rogers made a bid. He just missed, hitting a home run to left field. 2 outs. That'll leave it up to Kevin McGonigal. 6-4 Tigers are in the 5th inning. And the good offenses, it's interesting. The good offenses generally have several traits in common. You start with, first and foremost, the power numbers. You can go slugging on a team level or isolated power. Again, that's just the extra base component of slugging percentage. Isolated power, you're just subtracting batting average from the slug. But it's kind of the best way in every year. The teams usually with the best isolated power or slug have the best offenses, and that is true at the midway point of this 2026 season. Run scoring hasn't gone up this year. I thought it would, Dan. I made no bones about it with the walk rate going up. Thought the run scoring would go up, and it's unchanged from last year. Walk rate has gone up a little under 10%. Swinging a high fly ball left field. This one's deep. Matthews is tracking this, and to the track he'll make the catch. Went to the dirt, came back in. McGonigal flies out, and the Tigers are out in the 5th inning. Hyu Lee's 3rd career home run widens the lead. We head to the 6th. 6-4 Tigers on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network, presented by Meyer.
At Comerica Bank, we've helped build some of America's.
What an awesome start in a terrible place to pitch by Sonny Gray. It's Bennett and now Sonny, fabulous as starters in the Rocky Mountains.
Is it 3? Is it ever? The Astros with 3 in a row.
First time the Astros have hit back-to-back-to-back home runs since July 19th, 2019.
His 2nd home run of the game, his 9th home run in the month of June, his 14th overall this season. What a homecoming for Jack Caglione.
It's an 8-run top of the 9th inning. Goodness gracious.
10 batters in a row have reached base.
Incredible. You can go years without seeing an ending like this.
And it is a career-high 10 strikeouts for Brandon Sproat. The first time in his career he's into double digits in Ks.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
You're cheering them on every game to a winning season. Home is where your team is, and our home is right here in Detroit.
Tigers with the 6-4 lead. We go to the top of the 6th inning. 6th inning brought to you by the Jack Demmer Automotive Group. Go in and experience the Demmer difference. Ground ball to third. Nice big hop from McGonigal. He drops it, throws, and Torque with a good stretch to his right. makes a grab. Yainer Diaz, first pitch swinging, grounds out. Tigers with a 6-4 lead in the 6th inning. It has not been an easy day for Kevin McGonigal at third. I think he's getting a couple of bad hops. Now, one hit the lip and skidded. Called an error. Should have been a hit. Absolutely should have been a hit. But a couple of others now, he has one, he just knocked down because it was so hard hit. He played that one perfectly. And then this one, he just dropped, and I've got to believe that maybe came up and took a funny hop because he is so sure-handed. I think that hit his finger because
they're giving him a moment.
They're giving him a moment.
Or to hit him in the neck. He's grabbing his neck.
Oh, it did. Hit the heel of his glove. I didn't realize it ricocheted up, hit him just under the chin. He's like, I'm fine. But that one did look like it came up on him a little bit, Dave. Sinker at the bottom rail to Jake Myers, strike one. Talking to Kevin today about switching between short and third, soft ground ball, foul, and he said really it's just about the angles. He was out early working with Joey Corey yesterday at shortstop on a day that he was going to start at short. He wanted to get the early work in, asked Joey to come out, and they're working on it. So what were you working on in particular? You could see that Joey was showing him technique about getting around the ball or charging with the backhand. The 0-2. Fly ball and a soft line drive to right to Carpenter. Didn't have to move a step. 2 up and 2 down. He said, I was just working on getting downhill, and the whole idea of being able, knowing when to charge that ball at shortstop, either charge and field it on the backhand or get around the ball, which is preferable for him to get lined up and make that strong throw to first. But he said, it's just realizing that I've got to be a little bit closer to first on my throws. Ground ball to short, getting around it. McKinstry fields and flips over to first. Bryce Matthews grounds out. And for the second straight game, if that's the end of the day for Fromber, might not be, he has finished strong.
Te encantan los jugadores. Te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Chris Sale's 10th start of the season was a beauty. He goes 7 innings, giving up just 1 run, and he is in line for his first win against the Marlins.
An outstanding outing tonight by Trey Savage. 6 innings, 2 hits, did not walk a batter, struck out 8, kept the Yankees off the scoreboard.
11 strikeouts from Kyle Harrison.
Matching a career-long outing for Kyle Harrison and a dominant 2-hit shutout for the left-hander. Wow.
Outman over. Outman with the dive! Superman hit-saving play by James Outman.
Ryan drops his glove on the mound and gives James Outman a standing ovation.
First pitch of the game, the pitcher hits it out. A living, breathing statue, Shohei Ohtani.
You just don't dare take your eyes off of him.
He's a walking history book. It's ridiculous what he does.
The Detroit Tigers donates up to $500 to nonprofits supporting Michigan kids. Go Tigers!
This copyrighted broadcast presented by authority, the Detroit Tigers, may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Detroit Tigers. A.J. Bluebaugh on the mound. Keith takes the first pitch, fastball, strike one at the knees. 6-4 Tigers are in the bottom of the 6th inning. 2, 3, 4 hitters, Keith, Green, and Torkelson. The strike one. Fly ball right field, fairly deep, but Smith will go back and now come in, make the catch. 1 up and 1 down here in the 6th.
Bluebaugh threw in that game on Thursday and threw the ball really well. 2 scoreless innings, struck out 3. He leads All-American league relievers in innings pitched with 51 2/3.
It's 2 innings at a time or nothing, apparently, for this guy. 5 of his last 6 outings have been 2 innings. And what a valuable thing, Dan, when he can throw 2 innings and 2 days later be back on the mound.
And also just the numbers, too, against lefties. Lefties hitting just, 149.
Riley Green swings at a fastball, 95 at the belt, and fouls it right back. We've seen him now 3 innings in the last 2 weeks. This guy's good. This is good stuff. 2 very efficient innings the other day, setting up De Los Santos. 3 strikeouts in the 2 innings. 1-1, line drive to right field, base hit, 1 hop to the wall. Green around first. Smith's got a big arm, but Riley Green will make it easily with a slide into second base. Line drive double. Riley Green's 2 for 4 today.
Tried to sneak that 4-seam fastball by Riley, and he was having none of it. Opened up those hips, got the barrel of the bat to it, hooked it right down that right field line, and no way Cam Smith was going to be able to sprint over there in time to throw Riley Green out at second.
33rd appearance of the year for Blue Ball. In his first 32, half of his appearances have been 2 innings or longer. He's gone 3 innings twice. Torque at the plate, first pitch, fastball up and away at 94. Torque's been hit by a pitch, doubled home run, grand slam for Carpenter in the 3rd inning. Torque's RBI double in the 4th, made it 5-4. Hao-Yu Lee with his 3rd home run of the year widened the lead to 6-4. Now the Tigers trying to add on. The 1-0, swing and a miss. Woo, that's a wicked late breaking sweeper. Wow.
Yeah, he had that good one on Thursday, and really has a starter's repertoire with 5 pitches, but really relies on just the 4-seamer, the sweeper, and the changeup.
The 1-1, fastball bottom rail, freezes Torque at 96. So as Dan mentioned, really tough on lefties. Have hit 150, no power. Righties have hit 250 with a little bit of power. 6 of their 22 hits for extra bases, 3 home runs. Torque waiting on a 1-2. On the way. Got him. Fastball ported in on the black, away for a called 3rd. Torque now 1 for 3. He has scored a run and driven in a run. And that'll leave it up to Kerry Carpenter.
Boy, you make pitches like that. I mean
that's pain.
That's a nasty sweeper, and then just paints that 4-seamer on the outside part of the plate. I mean, that's, again, one of those ones where you just kind of take your hat off and say, yep, Mr. Blue Ball, you made some good pitches there.
As a pitcher, you got to tip your cap sometimes too, but I'll bet you hated tipping the cap to a guy who, now you know what, you hit a good pitch. I'll bet you rarely did that.
You know what? You know what always made me mad is when somebody called him a mistake. You know, saying, no, that was not a mistake. You know,
yeah,
I mean,
I executed. I threw exactly
what I wanted.
everything
what I wanted to do, and that guy gets paid to put good swings on it too. Right. You know.
Yeah, that probably would drive you, because anytime a ball got hit hard, it was a mistake, right?
You're right. You know, and then
when
when you hang the slider and he pops it straight up in the air.
Good pitch.
Oh, what a pitch! Woo.
Vasquez went out to have a quick conversation with Blue Ball, who then walked to the side of the mound, first base side on the grass. Took a big deep breath, back up the hill, working third base side of the rubber. Carpenter, 2-run home run yesterday, grand slam today, first pitch. Fastball strike, man, it would be something if this bat heated up. Tigers with a home run power. Last 2 days, 5 home runs. When they hit home runs, they tend to win.
Yep.
It is amazing, just 4 wins when they haven't hit a home run this year. Ground ball softly to first. Christian Walker will field across the bag with his right foot, head into the dugout. On the first base side, Tigers get the green double, but he's stranded at second.
How does one of baseball's most celebrated plays connect to one of baseball's most notorious curses? Through a cross-country move, an earthquake, and the Men of Steel? Find out on Hall of Fame Connections.
It was a defensive play so iconic that we simply call it the catch.
This is the glove Willie Mays had when he made that catch. This is great.
But let me touch it for a second.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oakland pitcher Dave Stewart was named the World Series MVP.
It really comes from like the kings of Siam would give their courtiers white elephants, which were sacred animals, and they'd be too expensive again to maintain, would put them into financial ruin.
They need to know this story. That's amazing.
Nobody could steal a base like Ricky.
I'm the greatest of all time. Thank you.
So imagine making steals in these stuff.
So these are Ty Cobb's
And these
cleats.
are Ty Cobb's.
So what I want to know is, were they ever swabbed for the DNA of opposing pitchers?
Roberts is no stranger to
Astros in the bottom of the 8th.
Yeah, Brian King pretty much just 2 fastballs, 4-seam and sinker, and the sweeper that he's thrown twice to Kevin McGonigal here so far.
0-2, swinging a foul out of play, fastball outer third.
And has been scoreless in 9 out of his last 10 appearances, and over that time frame just posting a 1.04 ERA, so he's another one that's been throwing the ball really well, just like Okert.
The 0-2, swing and a miss. That's a really wicked sweeper to a lefty. That'll bring up Dylan Dingler. Boy, that 2-out hit from Paredes is looming large. I know it broke the tie, but 2-run deficit instead of 1. King, a late bloomer, didn't debut till he was 27. He has been a rock in this bullpen for the Astros 3 years running now. Dingler pinch hitting for Keith. Takes the first pitch, breaking ball away, ball 1. Lefties actually have the edge against this lefty. Dingler swings and it's a high fly ball down the left field line, deep to the corner. Trammell, and safely into the seats for Dylan Dingler. Not quite home run distance. It's just a long strike 1.
Boy, he was looking to pounce on that fastball that he got, just a little bit quick on it.
Righties in their 78 at-bats have drawn a few walks, but hit just 218. 17 hits, 13 singles, no home runs. King way over on the first base side of the rubber, working from the stretch at all times. 1-1. Sweeper down. Tigers need 1 base runner to bring the potential tying run to the plate. Lefties again have hit this lefty better than righties, 250 with a little bit of power. Riley Green waiting on deck, to 2-1, swinging a pop-up. Softly behind second base. Out number 2. Delgado now in at second base for the Astros, made that catch. Let's set the infield and outfield for you for the Astros. Trammell in left, Myers in center, Loperfido is in right, Paredes, Pena, Delgado, and Walker from third to first. Slicing drive down the left field line off the bat of Riley Green. Foul. Just to the left of the foul pole. Not quite home run distance. It landed on the dirt before the wall. Strike 1 on Riley Green. Green 2 for 4 today. Torque waiting on deck. Tigers down 2 in the bottom of the 8th inning, and Josh Hader, one of the best, looming for the 9th for the Astros. Tigers had a 6-4 lead in this game after falling behind 3-0 early. 1 in the 7th, 3 in the 8th for the Astros. Strike 1. Riley swings and fouls it out of play. Pena up the middle. The outfield plays Riley to go the opposite way. Swings and hits a ground ball to second base. Delgado will charge backhand and flip over to first. Riley Green on the 0-2 grounds out. And the Tigers go 1-2-3 in the 8th. We head to the 9th inning. Astros with an 8-6 lead. The
hit run is on, and it's going to be an unassisted triple play. How do you go from a triple play to a two-way star through a bracelet and a babe? Find out on Hall of Fame Connections.
This story starts way back in the early 20th century.
We have a couple things out here for the first acknowledged unassisted triple play. And Cy Young said, "Neil, where are you going?" He said, 3 outs.
Neil Ball had a fairly short career as a big leaguer, but continued playing in the minors, where he encountered true baseball royalty.
Now we're going to connect to Babe Ruth.
He dominated the game like no one else had before, both across the country and around the world.
I'm holding Babe Ruth's bat.
During a 1934 baseball barnstorming tour of Japan, Ruth faced 17-year-old pitcher Eiji Sawamura. Sawamura became a hero in Japan, and the Nippon Professional Baseball League's version of the Cy Young Award bears his name. Maeda won the award in 2010 and again in 2015, when the runner-up was Shohei Ohtani.
First pitch crushing! Oh, man!
Like the 3 outs of a triple play. It all connects. Catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv and discover your own connections to the game at baseballhall.org.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Hardest working players brought to you by Carhartt every day. Proud to support Detroit Tigers baseball and all the hardworking people who make it possible. Ninth inning brought to you by Comerica Bank. If you want to elevate your small business's game, visit Comerica.com/succeed to learn how. Jacob Waguespack takes over on the mound. Pitch and change brought to you by your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. Christian Walker, the first to face. Waguespack, who is first outing, gave up back-to-back home runs. He's been pretty darn good since then. First pitch cutter, low and away, ball 1.
Yeah, gave up those 2 runs in Houston, and since has been scoreless, 3 2/3. And like you talked about, Dan, just that fastball, forcing fastball is very important for him, and opponents hitting just 100 against it.
Ground ball, base hit, 1 hop off the dirt past a diving Kevin McGonigal. Christian Walker's had a day. 4 for 5, 2 doubles. He scored a run, driven home a big run in the 7th inning. There's been some big 2-out hitting for the Astros. Walker's 2-out RBI single in the 7th made it a 6-5 game. Tigers lead cut to 1. A 2-out, 2-run single for Paredes after Pena had singled with 2 outs last inning to score the 2nd and 3rd runs of the inning. Ground ball bunted to 3rd. McGonigal comes in, fields and flips over to first to get Loperfido. Sacrifice, put out goes 5-3. Walker goes down to second base. Astros trying to build on an 8-6 lead. Josh Hader getting loose. And the Tigers are in the visiting bullpen out in deep left center. Yainer Diaz has had a couple of hits today. A little swinging bunt, ground ball single that died on the infield grass in the 4th. Line drive single in the 8th inning started the 3-run rally. Fastball up and in, check swing. Did he go? Appeal to first. Ryan Addison says he did not go. Becomes a very big runner to Strand at second base. Waguespack, big tall righty, works first base side of the rubber. Places that left foot in front of the right when he sets the 1-0. Ground ball to third, gobbled up by McGonigal. He'll check Walker back to second, flip it to Torque, a chest high throw. 2 outs, a man on second. Hader in the 9th, in the bottom of the 9th, will face Torque. Carpenter due up second, McKinstry due up third. Matt Bierling into the game, so he actually he's already into the game, so he'll at second against Josh Hader. Tigers still have Jones and Ben Mulgeri on the bench. Myers takes ball 1. Lee ducking in behind Walker at second base. He's there with 2 outs, 8-6 Astros in the 9th. 1-0. Fastball sinks down and in. Afternoon game tomorrow. Tigers and Astros wrapping up their season series. 7 games in the space of just a couple of weeks. Jack Flaherty for the Tigers. Hunter Brown, the Detroit native, on the mound for the Astros. Cutter misses low, and it's now 3-0 on Jake Myers. Myers 1 for 4 today. Really should be 2 for 4. Tough error on McGonigal early in the game on a ball that skipped off the lip of the grass. 3-0. Fastball missed. 4-pitch walk to a weak hitter. Puts a couple of men on for Taylor Trammell. A.J. Hinch's first opportunity to get win number 1,000 in his managerial career. A 6-4 lead after 6, and now finds his Tigers trailing 8-6 in the 9th. Fastball low and away, ball 1.
You got to make some pitches here, like you're saying. You got to strand that. Just big difference. 2-run lead as opposed to whatever's going to happen if they get a big base hit here. Trammell's going to try to do some damage like he did against Troy.
Change-up strike. He's not throwing the fastball a whole lot. And as he said, that's my bread and butter. It's 92-93. Plays up, as we've talked about, because it gets really good extension. Over 7 feet. That's elite level. The 1-1. Change-up at the belt for a called strike. I don't think he wants it there.
Yeah, Trammell gave up on it. Kind of had him almost jackknifing out of the way like he thought it was a 4-seam fastball in, and it just kept working its way over the middle of the plate.
You would think he could pair the 4-seam fastball. Again, it's got nice ride, even if not the velocity. The extension, the ride make it a tough pitch to hit. 1-2, the count on the lefty, Taylor Trammell. Wagasback sets the 1-2. Fastball misses down. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Tried to get it in there.
Sunny day, not a cloud in the sky. The breeze, a light breeze from left to right. Temperatures in the mid-70s all afternoon. Wagasback trying to get the last out of the top of the 9th. The 2-2. Ground ball up the middle, fielded by Zach Pekishi to the right field side of second. Flips to Torkelson. 6-3 putout ends the top of the 9th. Bottom of the 9th coming up. Tigers down 2. We go to the bottom of the 9th, 6-4, 8.
During the offseason of 1888 to 1889, Spalding took a group of big leaguers on the first worldwide barnstorming tour.
This is Spalding.
Yes.
You look at the Spalding, you're like, wait a second. No, this is the backstory. Okay, this is great.
Stops included New Zealand, Italy, France, and even Egypt, where they played in front of the pyramids. Spalding's contributions to baseball history don't end there.
Do you know the story of Doubleday and the invention of baseball?
Please
tell us.
Enlighten us.
When a 71-year-old Cooperstown native came forward, baseball officially had a birthplace in Cooperstown.
If I'm in the presence of this baseball, does it give you powers to become a better baseball player?
I've been here 5 years and playing baseball through all of it. I don't think I've gotten better.
And whether it's the World Series or the wonders of the ancient world, there's no debating that baseball connects us all.
Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
The 9th inning, 8-6 Astros. Josh Hader, who has missed most of this season with injury, has come back. He's the usual Josh Hader, which means a shutdown 9th inning guy. Already 10 superb innings. He's given up 1 run on 2 hits with 16 strikeouts so far. Torkelson, Vierling, McKinstry, the 3 scheduled batters. First pitch to Tork, strike 1.
And converted all 6 of his save opportunities, and 2-pitch pitcher, sinker, slider, and opponents yet to get a hit on the slider this year.
Strike one. Torque swings at the sinker, fouls it back. Got a low release. He's a slinger, and he's just tough to hit.
And just still gets it up into the mid-90s on that sinker.
The 0-2. Slider in the dirt. From Milwaukee to San Diego, and now this is his 3rd year with Houston. ERA was a little high his first year, but that's just because he gave up a lot of home runs. He will give up home runs. The 1-2. Soft ground ball chopped to third. Paredes will charge. Backhand flip. Over to first base to get torqued by a full step. 1 up and 1 down. Brings up Matt Vierling. Came into the game as a defensive replacement for Kerry Carpenter. That was in the top of the 7th inning. First at bat of the day.
But Paredes played that very nicely. You know, could have came and charged it and got it on a short hop, but he knew that Spencer was running and just kind of waited back to make sure that he got a nice, comfortable hop, chest high, and still had plenty of time to get torque at first.
Vierling swings, soft fly ball to right field. Loperfido in a step, makes the catch. 2 quick outs in the 9th inning. Jahmai Jones, the last hope for the Tigers. Let's pause for station identification on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network. Tigers need a base runner to get the potential tying run to the plate. 2 outs, bases empty, bottom of the 9th, and they're down 2. Out hit today, 15-11. Jahmai Jones takes a sinker above the belt, ball 1. Deep in that right-handed batter's box. The 1-0. Fastball in. Big improvement for Josh Hader. His command just keeps getting better while the strikeout rate stays at 13, 14 strikeouts per 9. Walk rate has gone from 5 down to 2.5 the last few years. Sinker misses in. Tigers will take a 2-out walk here.
Bet. How you Lee coming up next. You know he's going to be swinging hard.
The 3-0. Middle down for a called strike 1. Tough on lefties, tough on righties. Righties are still looking for their first hit against Hader this year. 3-1, swinging a foul, out of play. That's the thing. He used to just spray the ball, and you could, if he got behind 3-0, you could just about book a walk. Now he can get back into the strike zone. He has challenged Jones. 2 fastballs. Jahmai steps out, takes a moment before he digs back in. Tigers trying to start something with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th, down 2. Hader sets, places that right foot in front of the left when he sets the 3-2. Oh, got him. Challenged by Jones. He's going to lose the challenge. Astros already congratulating each other. It is a strike, and the Astros come from behind to beat the Tigers on a day when A.J. Hinch was going for career win number 1,000, a 6-4 lead after 6. A 3-run 8th inning takes that lead away. Our final score, the Houston Astros beat the Tigers 8-6.
At Comerica Bank, we've helped build some of America's most iconic companies. Now, we're bringing that same professional-grade expertise to today's builders. The kitchen table entrepreneurs, the first-time storefronts, and late-night dreamers with big ambitions. Because banking built for success shouldn't just be for big business. It should be for anyone building something that matters. Let's build something together at Comerica.com/succeed. Comerica Bank, a division of Fifth Third Bank N.A., member FDIC, equal opportunity lender.
We know what you love. You love baseball. You love the Detroit Tigers. You love spending a day at Comerica Park. We also know what you don't love, standing in line. So we made a VIP entrance.
Out to right center. Diving catch by Eli White. He makes the catch and bangs into the wall.
One of the better plays you're going to see in a long, long time.
Rookie, oh, what a catch.
It's sharply back toward the middle. Diving stop by Stott.
What a great catch into the alley. Flip to the plate. They got him. He's out.
On comes Ward, coming hard and making the catch.
On the run is Schumann, and he dives to make the play. What do you got to do to get a hit today?
Simpson comes on to make a sliding catch.
That was not an easy catch.
To the track at the wall, leaps up and
Mangum hauls it in. Clemens to the wall, makes the play.
Betts gets there, twirls and throws to get him.
I think he surprised himself.
McLean gives up the body, pops to his feet, got it.
He dives, he caught it. He goes into a dive, he made the catch.
Another great catch by Jung-Hoo Lee.
He leaps, makes the catch, crashes into the wall.
Cam Smith made a miraculous catch in right field.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game, post-game, and everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.